Last month, I bought a used gravel bike in an attempt to become a hot cyclist lady who goes for long rides and stops for fun treats. And dare I say, my mission was accomplished. So I have a new goal now, and that's to go on a 125-kilometer bikepacking trip to this small island. But first, the comments have spoken. And I mean really spoken. So there are 5 big things that I need to do before I can go on this bike trip. And the first one is a bike tune-up. Okay, thank you. Hello. So because I got my bike from Facebook Marketplace, a lot of you recommended that I get a simple bike tune-up just to make sure that everything's working properly and I don't die from problems. Thank you so much. Put her there, our partner. Awesome. Seriously though. Thank you. All right, I'm happy to report that my brakes no longer squeak and my gears shift like butter. So I 10 out of 10 recommend a bike tune-up. And now it is time for thing 2 / the most recommended thing everyone told me to do. It's time for a bike fit. So I'm on my way to a local bike shop because I've been told that a bike fit will help get rid of my upper back and nether regions pain. Wish me luck. Okay, so after some tests and identifying that my lower body is moving way too much, he adjusted my seat by making it lower and moving it closer. He figured that that would be enough to solve the pain issue, but he did suggest that if I wanted to go crazy, I could buy a wider and more padded saddle.
Look at me go.
Get some more narrow handlebars, and try clipless shoes. But for now, I actually prefer the wider handlebars for stability, especially when I'm going on those gravel trails. And I'm just gonna see how the saddle adjustments make everything feel for a couple weeks before I buy a new saddle. And I'm honestly just not emotionally prepared to go clipless. Long story long, I'm just gonna let my bank account chill for a little bit longer. But it can't chill for too long because it's time for thing 3, which is to replace my old helmet. So I got quite a few comments telling me that my straps were too loose, which they definitely were. And I also got a lot of comments telling me to take off the visor so that I would crane my neck less to see while riding my bike. So I did all of those things. But then the bike fitter saw my helmet, gave it a quick look, and told me that it was from 2017 and that the foam degrades over time, thus making it less safe. Now I know for a fact that everyone is going to have different opinions on bike helmet expiry dates. But ultimately, this helmet is 7 years old. A bike professional told me to replace it, and I think safety's sexy, so I bought this bad boy. Pretty, actually quite similar, but much cooler, much safer. And now for your enjoyment, here is an embarrassing video of me buying this helmet. 1, 2, 3. New helmet day! Shout out to Giant Bicycles for putting up with me, and now it's time to move on to thing 4, which is to get a bunch of gear. So I think it's time for a bike store haul. I went a little crazy. Starting with this very heavy-duty front and rear light. If it gets dark, I want to be able to see, and I also want people to be able to see me, because I don't want to die. We got another water bottle cage and water bottle, because everybody in the comments and at the bike shops told me that I needed to have 2. We got a tire repair kit, because apparently it's a big faux pas to be that friend who relies on other friends for their repair kits, which makes sense. My makeshift kit includes this tube. I learned today that there's actually a tube within the tire. You know, sad day if you didn't learn something. We got air or a little CO2 and some tire levers. I don't actually know how to use any of this yet, but I'm just hoping that when I get a flat tire, it's somewhere with cell service so I can Google how to fix it. Moving on, I got a little bag to put my emergency stuff in. Super cute, super fun. I got these secondhand panniers to put all my bike packing stuff in. And this rear pannier rack to put the panniers on. Look at me go. And last but not least, a handlebar bag. It doesn't look like much right now. In fact, it just looks like a box, but I'll show you what it is right now. Wow. Really, I just got this because my friend had one and a local guy just makes them in his shop. And yeah, it's neon on the inside so you can see things when you're grabbing it. And I'll put the link in the description. I just think it's a cool business. Now for some handiwork. This is harder than I thought. Yeah, so this is what I think is, I watched a bit of a video. These go in here. Not gonna lie, thought that would take me 10 minutes. I think that took an hour and a half. And the help and love and support from my partner Jackson. All right. And now for the fifth, final, and best thing that the comment section told me I had to do before going on this bike packing trip is that I gotta eat more, which I'm always willing to do. Basically last month, after a couple longer rides, or long for me, I kind of hit a wall or was super tired and didn't feel very good. My legs and my butt. I've learned that the cycling term for this is bonking. I don't know if I'm that extreme and that I actually bonked, but I was very tired. But regardless, to avoid that, I should be better refueling my body. Obviously, this should be with whole foods when I can, but for emergencies, I have loaded my handlebar bag with these goo things and Hornby bars. Now, I'm sorry to rush out of here, but I have 3 hours to catch the ferry to that island, and it takes 2 hours to bike there. I'll see you on the trails.
This is an important safety announcement. All BC Ferries crew members are certified by Transport Canada Marine Safety to deal with emergency situations. In the event of an emergency, please stop what you're doing and follow directions from the crew.
Okay. How was that hill?
Oh, it's horrible.
Keep ripping.
Woo, biking, cycling, whatever. Holy man, the hills on that island were no joke. Going up the hills was one thing, but coming down was absolutely terrifying. And I'd say we had to stop like 3 or 4 times to fix the bikes. Oh, and I hate to tell you, but those goo things are absolutely disgusting. Ugh. But honestly, by day 3, I was exhausted, and those things gave me the energy I needed to get home, so they're worth it. Tour de Saturna, almost there. But regardless of the hills and the bike breakdowns and the goo, the trip was amazing. I've wanted to do something like this for years, but never have because I didn't think I was cool enough, or I thought I had to meet someone who could show me how to do it all. But it turns out we're all more capable than we think. Yeah! We just have to stop listening to that shitty voice in our head that tells us we can't. And speaking of telling ourselves we can't, ta-da!